amateur fighters. They do a great job here at Epic matching these local guys here in California. And as you mentioned, the Elite Amateur Fight League is in the house tonight, kind of scouting out the talent here in Southern California. And Epic hosted the last Elite Amateur Fight League where Northern California, Team Alpha Male came in to take on all the Southern California guys.
Yeah, it was a pretty big win for Northern California. They pretty much dominated everybody last
They did, until they met Jackson Wink.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah, I heard about that, huh? They went to New Mexico and they learned something a little different.
It was, to have teams like Team Quest and Jackson Wink and Team Alpha Male involved in that league is a blessing, right? We've got some of the best amateur fighters that are training hand in hand with the best professional fighters in those gyms, representing their state in a team versus team, state versus state amateur MMA tournament. I mean, think that's basically the NCAA basketball tournament, but for MMA. And that's what we're trying to create nationally. And, we come to places like this because we know they develop the best amateur talent in the state, and it's an obvious fit.
Right, and you guys launched something specific today, right? It's this really cool thing you were telling me about, this app, and how you can actually place bets on who's going to win and how they're going to win, and in turn you win prizes because of it. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we released the Elite Amateur Fight League app mainly for our fights at the Elite Amateur Fight League, but the promoters that used it were like, man, I'd love to use this for every fight. So we're actually going to rebrand it to Interactive Fight Card, but it allows you to be a live fan here in the venue, pick fights, how they're going to win, who's going to win, when they're going to win it, and win live prizes, win seat upgrades, hot dogs, hats, swag, all that good stuff. So it really just gamifies what you're watching in front of you, here at the live venue.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. And how can I find it right now? What's the app called?
So it's right now it's EAFL. It's on your App Store, on your Google Play Store. You can just go ahead and download it. Every time we have an event at an affiliate promoter like Epic Fighting, we'll launch the app, and the live fans, they're going to get a treat because they're going to be able to play games and win prizes.
So with EAFL, you guys travel a lot, huh?
Absolutely. So, we're traveling the country right now, we're in our scouting season, but next year we're going to have 8 teams in 7 states. We've added New Jersey with Team Catone. We added American Top Team out of Florida, MMA Institute out of Virginia, and then we've got our staples, Alpha Male, Jackson Wing, Team Quest here, and some of the other gyms that participate here in Southern California, as well as possibly adding Team Couture out of Vegas.
Oh, nice. That's awesome how you're expanding. You guys are growing. You got the app going. You guys are here scouting. I see you guys.
Yeah.
I see you guys.
You got to come to where the fighters are, man, and this is the place.
Right.
This is the place to come.
And speaking of where the fighters are, right now these 2 fighters are inside of the cage. They're really excited. They're pacing back and forth. The eye contact is very intense. We have Alexis Esquivel out of the red corner in the red Valley Tudo shorts, and Trevor Wells fighting from Team Quest in the blue corner in the blue Valley Tudo shorts.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I've been waiting for this fight all night. This is the one I came to see, and I think it's going to be a barn burner. Don't leave your seats. Don't go to the bathroom because this thing's going to light on fire real quick.
Yeah, we're going to see what pans out. I mean, gym-wise, Trevor Wells is from Team Quest, heavy wrestling. Over at Team Quest, really good wrestling, really good striking, really good jiu-jitsu. This guy, Alexis here, it doesn't say it, but they're from 10th Planet HQ, and I know their jiu-jitsu is through the roof as well.
It's on point there as well. And both of these guys immediately took the center of the cage and put the action on.
Ooh, that body shot really got him. Good body shot from Trevor. Both fighters really composed.
Absolutely. These guys filling each other out here and getting their timing right, getting their spacing right, and both of them are going to unleash here in a minute.
And look at that. Trevor goes for the single. Good stuff by Alexis. And Trevor almost finished it with an inside leg trip. Now Trevor has a lot of pressure on Alexis up against the cage.
He's playing it. He's taking control here on the cage. Alexis trying to dig in an underhook there, and he's going to try to reverse this position here. But Trevor's doing a good job controlling him against the cage there.
Yeah, and a lot of people avoid the battle of the hand fight that happens in between the bodies on that pressure. It's very important to get inside control.
Absolutely, and there he goes. He's going to let some of those punches go on his way out. And both of these guys looking really composed, really relaxed, and it's what I expected out of a title fight for the California State Championship.
Wow, these guys are just down to scrap. Look at this. Nobody is really controlling the tempo yet. And look at that. There we go. Trevor got the takedown. He set it up with a couple of punches, and now he's in a pretty good back position right now. Alexis did a great job turning into the cage to keep him from getting the other hook in.
He's using that cage, keeping Trevor off his back here. And look, they turn reverse position.
Look at that. Is he going to finish this takedown? Wow, that's very impressive. Nice. And he finishes the takedown. Way to respond to Trevor. That's one hell of a job by Alexis.
And again, to the center of the cage with both these guys. Looking at what we've seen already, I think Trevor's looking to strike, and Alexis is really challenging him.
Wow. Alexis threw a leg kick. Trevor caught it and responded with a solid right hand.
Missed there with an uppercut.
Both fighters really focused, really composed. Each one trying to work his own game plan.
Tried to shoot there for a takedown, and Alexis fended it off.
I must say, Trevor's doing a good job setting up those takedowns. He's shooting from far out, and he's able to do that because he's throwing punches and then shooting, and that's exactly what it takes.
Big kick to the head there.
Wow.
We're under 10 seconds, and these guys
under that hook.
Are staying active.
All right. Jesse, talk to me, man. That was a close one.
I agree.
What'd you see that you liked? What'd you see that you think they can work on?
Right. I think Trevor, again, should work those takedowns. He's doing a great job getting in there, but he's got to finish all of them. He's shooting in, but he's not finishing some of those takedowns. And again, he's got to lead with those punches to get those takedowns. So he's doing a good job. They're both staying active. And from Alexis' side, I think he's got to do more striking, right? He's got to keep Trevor off of him. The best way to do that is to land punches.
Right, I agree. He needs to realize that Trevor keeps coming in with those takedowns. And he's really confident with those takedowns. The way you shut down that confidence is you need to be throwing. You need to be moving. You need to make the guy second guess the takedowns. That penetration step into a takedown is the most important part of the takedown. And if you can make the guy stutter step for a second, then it can change the ability for him to effectively finish the takedown.
Absolutely. And with the old Mike Tyson adage, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Right.
Right. And that takedown will stop real quick if you get caught with an uppercut.
Yeah. 100%. And Trevor's also doing a good job with his head placement during the takedown. If you watch, he's bulldozing his forehead into his opponent's chest.
Big strike
Big
there.
right hand from Trevor to Alexis.
This could be over here.
Oh, and Alexis rolls. Let's see if he can recover.
Let's see if he can finish him here.
Trevor's just landing big blows on Alexis in full guard. Now Trevor needs to be careful because, again, Alexis is from 10th Planet HQ.
He can lock in. He can lock something in right here.
And there he goes. Looks like he's looking to work some rubber guard, some good old rubber guard. And he needs to be careful. Now, Trevor needs to watch his right arm. He needs it, just like he did, his right arm on his body.
He did some separation there. Now they're both up and throwing again. A lot of action here.
Wow, solid blows from Trevor. And Alexis did a great job recovering.
Absolutely. He was stunned, sent him to the ground, but it didn't take very long for him to get his wits about him. Transitioned right into a submission attempt. Another big punch by Trevor.
Trevor, he's slipping and throwing that overhand right. And, of course, Team Quest, learning from Dan Henderson, you would really like that overhand right, wouldn't you?
Yeah. One of the best overhand rights for sure. He did get rocked early here in the round, but it looks like, his eyes look like he's fully recovered and he's throwing punches.
Yeah, it's very impressive recovery. It's crazy watching these guys and understanding that they're just amateurs. It blows my mind just the growth of the sport over the years.
Absolutely. And, we're looking at two of the best amateurs here in the state, so, the skill level is really high with this matchup here.
I really like what Alexis is doing. He's really picked up on whatever he sees from that overhand right coming. He's picked up on it because he's rolling underneath it and responding. And it's rattling Trevor a little bit because now he's using the takedown as more of a defense than an attack.
Absolutely. I think Trevor's got to pepper in some jabs here. He's leading with that right, and Alexis knows it, and he's getting out of the way. Well, except for there.
Solid blows, flurry of punches from Trevor. Trevor's looking to finish his opponent, and Alexis is game. Alexis doesn't seem phased at all. This is an incredible fight.
A lot of head movement there from Trevor as he's on the offensive there. He slipped a lot of Alexis's return punches. And but as you said, man, Alexis is a gamer. I mean, this guy's looking to fight, and these guys are going at it.
Yeah, this is, it looks like a wrestler versus a jiu-jitsu guy, and both these guys have hands like professional boxers. You can really understand why this is the fight that it is. It's the fight that everybody's been waiting for.
Absolutely. I think Alexis could lead with a little bit of those low kicks as well. Trevor's really in a boxer stance with that lead foot forward, and it's just sitting there.
So that marks the end of the second round. I got to say that Trevor's got the upper hand right now, score-wise. What do you think?
I agree. I think it's 2-0 Trevor Wells right now. With 3 short rounds, that means Alexis really got to put in some work here. You never know what the judges see or what they think. So, I think Alexis still has a fighting chance here, but he's really got to be aggressive here in the third round.
Yeah, he does. And like you said, you never know what the judges are seeing or what they're judging, what they're counting as effective and not effective. Because once you leave it to the judges, you left the decision to them.
We all know that. Anything can happen, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely a close fight, but I do think Trevor has the upper hand right now. I'd like to listen to what Alexis' corner has to say to him, because they know that he needs to go for the kill this round.
Absolutely. Maybe we got to sneak a mic over there next fight, huh?
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what we need to do.
Although I bet they don't want anybody to know.
Yeah. Maybe just connect a headset to us.
There you go.
From them to us.
And then we can talk about it.
Yeah,
we won't let anybody else know.
Yeah, we won't even tell you guys what's going on.
Boom, right off to an exciting third round. Both these guys know they've got to finish strong here to secure a victory.
Yeah, and look at that. And again, Trevor's looking for that takedown, and he's landing blows, and then he sets up a takedown with some feints, and it's effective. It works.
And there's that leg kick from Alexis I was looking for. Boom, nice big head kick there.
Nice head kick.
Ooh, and a return head kick, and he stumbles. He's hurt. And recovered and into a takedown.
Wow, Alexis is such a friggin' warrior. It's so crazy.
What an amazing chin this kid has.
This kid has heart. That was incredible. Trevor got a glancing leg kick and responded with a solid head kick and stumbled him pretty well.
I mean, both of those head kicks would have put a lot of the guys down, and both of those guys recovered, and they're going at it. I mean, the heart in this cage tonight is unbelievable with both of these athletes.
Right. Wow, it's a little quiet in here. Everybody's anticipating some action and what's going to happen in the next couple of seconds.
As Trevor's got a little blood coming down from his left ear, it looks like the cauliflower ear might have popped a little bit from that head kick from Alexis earlier in the round. There's that leg kick again. I think he can throw a lot more of those, although it's late in the fight to start throwing leg kicks like that. You want to chop that leg down early.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand the point of the leg kick is to really keep your opponent from being comfortable on that lead foot. Oh, and Trevor hits a beautiful switch. Alexis went for the takedown. Trevor immediately felt that he was a little bit in trouble and hit a switch. We're in a bit of a stalemate here, but I mean, this is they're putting out a lot of energy, both fighters, to be in the position that they're at. They're both fighting for the dominant position.
And now they're up against the cage here. I think Alexis is trying to slip out of this. I think he knows he needs a standing strike to really solidly land this round for himself.
Trevor's doing a great job, staying heavy on him, keeping him down. I think Trevor knows that he has this in the bag, but he He can't give it up now. He can't give anything up now.
Absolutely not, because you don't know what's on those scorecards. We both see Trevor Wells ahead here, 2 rounds to none, but Trevor has got to apply the pressure, finish strong to really solidify this win.
Ten seconds. Let's see what happens. Let's see if these fighters just start scrapping it out.
They're going to let him loose. Big takedown there to finish off.
Trevor got the takedown, has his back, and that's
awesome fight. That's what I expect.
That was incredible.
Out of Epic Promotions, man. If you're anywhere near Southern California and you haven't been to one of these events, you need to get here.
Oh man, Alexis really good. He's always over there yakking a little bit.
He is spent. That's what we expected, right?
Yeah.
That's what we expected. An amazing fight. I think Trevor won all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked to see if they gave one of the rounds.
One of the rounds to Alexis. Yeah, I think that if they were to give him a round, they'd definitely give him the first round. I think it was pretty even. Trevor did a great job. He stayed composed the whole time. He landed solid shots. These fighters were incredible. Wow.
They were. And, a great show of sportsmanship here. We got C.A.M.O in the cage from Team Quest, cornering Trevor Wells, giving some words of encouragement to the opponent there. And this is a great show of sportsmanship. I mean, this is what the sport is about. Look at these guys. They just went to war, and they're hugging it out. Right.
It's some Viking lifestyle when you're in the MMA world.
Absolutely.
Wow. What a fight.
Trevor's looking really confident here, posing for the cameras. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
You got to convince everybody you won.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing better, win or lose, than after the fight and just you worked so hard to get where you were. You went in there, you battled it out.
Absolutely.
And it's just a great feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment.
It reminds you a lot of the Marine Corps days, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You hate climbing that hill, but when you're at the top of it, everything's great.
It's great. And even if you were in the back, you'll make the top. Even if you were in the back, just don't fall out. Both fighters, and not many people are willing to put the work in and get in there and actually step in the cage and fight. Kudos to everybody who's fought tonight, win or lose, warriors in the cage that we've been watching.
This sport takes a special person just to compete. Then you got 2 guys like this that just really went to war.
Yeah.
And it's a level above, man. It's a level above that.
And I talked about it earlier, but it's crazy to think that these guys haven't even begun to climb the potential that they have. A lot of these guys have normal jobs, normal lives. This is their hobby, and they dedicate as much time to this sport as they can. But the truth is, a lot of them don't make money doing this, not yet at least.
Right.
So once they do, just think about how far they will go.
Well, it's the journey of an amateur MMA fighter, man. It's a struggle, and it takes a special person to live through that struggle, chase that dream, and here they are, man.
Right. It's incredible.
Here we go for the decision. Just as we thought.
Yeah.